That nigga look just like this. Tell me I'm wrong. Tupac had dreads. Them shits would still be tied like that dumbass bandana he had. Hey, got some static for some niggas on the other side of town. Let my little cousin K-Ro, he's a rider now. What they want from us motherfucking thug niggas. Used to love niggas, now plug niggas and slug niggas. High class white trash, what is up? What is up? Good. What that Jericho Green said? Good damn morning, Americans. That's how I got remix. Remix. Good morning, you bunch of pussy cans. Cause y'all a bunch of pussies. Am I wrong? Niggas making songs trying to get with us. Plus, I'm blowing on stress. Weed in the West. We trust to the chest. I bust. And I ride till the sun come. Shining back to brighten up the block. How many died? I heard that Fuji was trying to do me. Look, bitch, I cut your face. This ain't no motherfucking movie. Then I watched the other two die slow. Did that Tupac shit. Did that Tupac bandana shit. Did that Tupac bandana shit. Somebody said BG looking like Black Jesus. That character, the Messiah, wouldn't have had dreads or long hair, period. Like, I highly doubt the Messiah had hair. Like, I can't prove it, but 9 times out of 10, why he would have adopted the societal standard for men of that day. And it wasn't appropriate for a man to have long hair. And I believe this is what the oath of Nazar was getting at in the book of Numbers chapter 6, when you set yourself apart to the Creator and by taking the oath, a vow. But as far as like John the Baptist, yeah. But the Messiah, no, he didn't have long hair. Like, I highly doubt that. Like, I've seen the images of people showing the Messiah. He got the long hair and the on both sides. I seen Black Jesus. Black Jesus looked wild as fuck. Black Jesus looked like he about to sign up for UFC and fight Tyson Fury or some shit. They got him with the eyes blanked out, long ass dreadlocks, and then white Jesus is just the gayest rendition of Jesus ever. If you add, in my personal opinion, don't get mad at me, this is just my personal opinion. This is just my personal opinion. You can't get mad at me. Well, you can. You can't get mad. I don't give a fuck. White Jesus is the gayest version. You know, Ethiopian, they got their own Jesus. Excuse me. Keep in mind, I'm coming from a world that doesn't do graven images. Like, I don't do that shit. But I'm visiting these worlds to tell y'all Jesus looks gay as fuck. Like that, the white Jesus is the gayest looking Jesus out there. That nigga's a homosexual. They even found a way to put him on a cross, just hanging the fuck out in the most gayest way possible. I mean, seriously, folks. Black Jesus is fucking retarded too. The Middle Eastern Jesus is fucking retarded. Y'all are retarded. Y'all are retarded. I got some static for some niggas on the other side of town. Let my little cousin K-Ro, he's a rider now. What they want from us motherfucking thug niggas. Used to love niggas, now plug niggas and slug niggas. Am I wrong? Niggas making songs trying to get with us. Catherine K said, and his color doesn't matter. Then why can't I say he was black as fuck? If his color doesn't matter, why can't I say he was black as fuck? I feel like being abrasive today. Y'all see this Brillo pad on my head? Yeah, I'm scratching niggas with it. Color doesn't matter. Why? Enigma said you can't. All right, Jesus was crispy, blackety, darkness. Just dark. Dark magician. Yu-Gi-Oh! A Yu-Gi-Oh color. Take a journey through my mind's eye. Cross the game, don't explain, nigga, time to die. Say goodbye, watch my eyes when I pull a trigger. So right before you die, you bow before a bigger nigga. Now dry your eyes. You was heartless on your hits. Niggas love to scream peace after they start some shit. Somebody said, doesn't matter, my profile pic is a Thor now. Oh, I see you. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. You got the Natalie Portman Thor thing going on. That's what's up. Nah, I don't know. Seriously, though. I don't know why I put dreadlock on. I'm not even gonna talk about dreadlocks. Somebody said no, not the Holly weird one. I'm just saying, like, Jesus was Chinese, can't argue with that. Yeah, there's a strong argument for that. There's a whole sect of people, like in Florida, that worship the Heavenly Mother, and that bitch is fucking Vietnamese, like real shit. Like it's Vietnamese, and they got a picture of him too. Like they got a picture of God, and they're like, this is our God. And you look, and it's a Vietnamese man. Some of y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. This shit big. They got a picture of him in their church. It is like, it's a Vietnamese man. He's like 5'1". And he's sitting there at like some type of United Nations Council meeting or some shit. And they're like, yeah, this is God, and his mom is our Heavenly Mother. And I was like, you know, it's strong. You just leave with that. You're just like, there's a strong argument for that. You know, whatever people feel strongly about, there's a strong argument for that. Nigga, you barely living? Don't you got sickle cell? See, you have a season on stage and you ain't feeling well. Hell, how many people want to be involved? See, I was only talking to Biggie, but I kill all of y'all. And boom, tell the brat to keep her mouth closed. Fuck around and get tossed up by the fucking outlaws. Your YouTube earning statements. The receipt, the invoice, bro, them shit's thirsty, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. Like niggas be like, yo, Barricade Garage, you fell off. I'm like, niggas be like, nigga, quit to hit when I say something that people disagree with. They quick to email me, be like, that's why you fell off. And I'm like, I fell off like shit. Niggas ain't making money on YouTube. I remember one month YouTube gave me $10,000. Man, 5 months later, that shit went down to like, that shit was down to like 2,000. Man, 2 weeks later, that shit became 800. Now nigga barely scratching that 300. I'm like, man, y'all might as well keep that shit. What did you fall off of? I'm just talking about the high horse. You know, the societal standard of a high horse. You know, like I know what you saying, oh darn, but you know what people think, like how people view you. They use view counts and the amount of people running around social media with your narrative as a means by which to judge you for whether or not they want to listen. Because you got some people out there, they like, if They don't give a fuck about subs, none of that shit. If they see you can't pull like 500 people in a fucking live stream, they're like, oh no. Like you might as well, like you might as well be on BitChute at that point. Like you might as well just be like, I'm a non-factor. I know this. I understand this. I revel in it. Like how a pig wallows in mud. I like it. People like, that's dirty. I'll be like, well, that's just a perspective. I like this shit. I don't get all that bullshit attention. I can say what the fuck I want to say with little to no repercussions. I mean, of course, I'll get, I might get kicked off for a week or two. I might get the channel taken down. But as far as people remaining and just talking shit about me perpetually, because I had a big audience and those people didn't know how to deal with the type of shit I was saying. And then before you know it, now the black community got something to say about me. Now the super Crip blood dark corner of the web white community got some shit to say. My memes are all over black Twitter. Then Jen Psaki and whoever the fucking the White House press secretary bitch is gonna be like, oh, Barricade Garage, like how they did Anomaly and all them other niggas. It's like I don't have to deal with all that bullshit. It's and partly because I cut my grass. I cut my grass because it be snakes in the grass. And the reason I'm able to cut my grass is because I'm not tethered to the YouTube earning situation. The social media earning, period. Facebook, Instagram, it ain't just YouTube. Bitcoin on BitChute and Odyssey and Rockfin and all that other shit. I'm not tied to that shit. I'm tied to what you see out here behind me. I work with my hands. Like Kevin Vaughn, I am a high value man. So I don't need the justification from a social media company paying me, and that being the barometer for which people judge me, like my earnings, my income. Like how you have some content creators, they'd be like, oh, well, I get this many views, I get this, I got this many people watching me, I have over 1 billion views on Spotify. No. Like, that's bondage to me. That's bondage to me. Because once you get involved in that, then you're going to be in a perpetual cycle of, well, when it comes to like this truther thing people want to do in political analysts, like now you're going to be subjugated by the people who have a stronghold, who have you in a chokehold that own these companies, like how people complain about Susan Wojcicki and how Susan Wojcicki entertained us like, oh, you need to crack down on these type of people. Now you got to worry about misinformation. And your income is directly tied to this shit. So now you literally put your earning potential into the hands of the people you call beasts, Jesuits, Freemasons, and tiny hats. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I feel like I've been freed from that. I feel like in the beginning it was good, but sometimes you just got to remember who you are. I remember who I was. I have no business complaining about shit. I'm good. That's dreadlock. I'm good. Like, it's the struggle. I'm reminded of the struggle. That shit tangled and twisted like a dreadlock. But I know who I am. And I'm grounded in something that's not these social media platforms in which they can take away my whole income and my right to feed my family and all that other shit that people will complain about. See, I can say shit like the white Jesus looks like a homosexual. There's no fucking backlash. I mean, some of y'all might shit yourselves and fucking hit the Control-Alt-Delete on your fucking device. No one gives a fuck about you. I don't have the aggressive smear campaigns on a nigga though. They like, man, kick a rod. Look what he said. Like how Tim Pool and them do on the left. Like if AOC fart wrong, it's gonna be 1,000 niggas. Did you see that? Did you smell it though? They gonna be sharing her fart videos, her queef video. Like, was it a fart or was it a queef? You gonna have debates about that shit. It was a fart. It was a queef. One nigga gonna be like, it was a psychological operation, military mind game. You know, I don't have all of that coming from the left or right, black community or white community. We come here, we file in, I talk shit, y'all listen, y'all work while y'all hear me talk shit. Some of y'all, it gets y'all pumped up. And then I end the live stream after we eat our cheese sandwiches and we go on the fuck about our day. All of that holding grudges shit and all of that. Oh, well, remember that one time you said, like y'all understand that makes you a faggot. So you don't do that. But if I was just trying to be a big nigga and trying to be seen and heard and trying to, man, I want to really start doing this shit full time, one of those type of niggas, then I would have some problems. Then you would see me dial it back. Like if I was really, you would, like, I wouldn't even say Jews no more for fear of being shadow banned. Because if I'm shadow banned, then I don't make as much money. If I don't make as much money, then I can't afford my car payments. You know, niggas that do shit like start YouTube channels and buy BMWs when they get their first $10,000 check. Then the BMW need a new water pump. You find out there's $2,000. Now you like, well, I can't say Jews or talk about coronavirus being fake as fuck or talk about how the polio vaccine actually gave people polio. And I can't talk about, all I could talk about is the authorized talking points that come from the left. That's why most people, all they do is repeat what the left says. They just repeat what the left says and they're safe. You know, it's an automatic safe. It's a fail safe. It's like you can't take me down. All I'm doing is repeating what the left said. And I feel like that's how they're winning. Like if you look around, like whoever the left is, those people who have that mentality, if you look around, their ideas, their morals, their brand of justice is being propped up all through the internet by people who give it airtime and people who just want a story so they can have more income. And people who want to put a different perspective on it, it doesn't matter. It's still getting out there. As these people need to talk about this because these people need to stay relevant, but they're helping the agenda get pushed. But the justification for it is it's a current thing, and this is how I stay relevant, and me staying relevant is directly tied to my income. And when I decided to stop working in the real world and do this online shit, I put the lives of my family, the lives of everybody who I'm looking after in the hands of the people I call elite. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying makes any sense, but I don't even know how I got here. I really did stay back in the 6th grade 6 times. I got some static for some niggas on the other side of town, like my little cousin K-Ro. He's a rider now. What they want from us motherfucking thug niggas. Used to love niggas, now I plug niggas. The slug niggas and my wrong niggas making songs trying to get with us. Plus we blown on stress weed in the West we trust. To the chest I bust. Somebody said everyone on YouTube a shill. I really need a definition for shill. I really do. I don't know what you niggas mean by shill no more. Because people call me a shill. Like, you do know that, right? Like, listen. I thought there was a universal definition for shill. Apparently there's not, because people call me shill. The types of people I would call shill are the people perpetually putting a fucking keto diet bag in your fucking face as they preach about the end of the world and Codex Alimentarius and Nutricide. And the people who just want you to purchase their food buckets, and the people who sell you flashlights, and the people who sell you infant mask to put on your newborn baby because that newborn baby needs a mask, while those same people criticize people who wear masks. But yet you go to their store, their online store, like Officer Tatum, and this nigga is selling infant mask like High Impact Flicks was. So I don't know what niggas mean by shill because I got called a shill. And I have no fucking store. I'm not taking no donations. I'm not super chat. I'm just on here. I'm just on here. Like not even doing nothing. I'm not even taking this shit seriously. I'm like pieces left behind after you wipe your ass. I'm just on here. I'm still here. It's like I'm not taking this shit seriously. Like, how the fuck am I a shill? Now I have the jokes with my people out there that watch me of me being a Milwaukee shill. Everybody knows I'm a big tool guy. Like, we get it. But those jokes, them serious jokes, I do feel like a Milwaukee shill some days. But as far as what shill is, as far as what people mean by shill, I don't fucking know. Like, people have dead ass wrote me and even like I'm a fucking shill, but wouldn't say for what. What is my goal? What is the agenda I'm pushing? What am I trying to get over on you people with? I feel like a shill needs merchandise, for one. And I don't know what else they might need, but I feel like that's a good start to shillery. I don't, but I don't have merchandise. And people see me with my, I remember somebody got mad at me because I was wearing a Barricade Garage hoodie. And they were like, you fucking shill. He's putting on his Barricade Garage hoodie. I was like, I'm not even selling these. Like, I'm fucking retarded. Like, I went and had these Barricade Garage hoodies made locally so I can pass them out for free to my family members. And I was giving the Barricade Garage hoodies to my customers on the mobile mechanic tip, like how I'm doing with the wood chunks. Everybody who purchases a cord of wood from me, a cord or more of firewood from me, will get a 5-pound box of cherry wood chunks. I promise you that. That's my stamp. That way people know, they're like, yo, I don't care who else you got new in the picture, we gonna deal with him. You know, so that's my standard. When I work on people's vehicles, I give them the Barricade Garage shirt. That's just a courtesy. It's my appreciation. I appreciate the business. Here goes a shirt. That's what I did. That's what I had the shirts made for my family members. I had them made locally. I supported local businesses. I don't know if they got the shit from China or what the fuck ever. And I was wearing them because I like them. They black and green, got the logo. I never went super Crip blood and just put my face in the logo. It was always my Jeep. Not on some materialistic shit, but that Jeep spiritually represents me, my hard work ethics. Like when I was coming up, just like my dreadlocks, it represents the struggle. Like, I really couldn't afford shit. Like the money I was getting from fixing car, I was a fleet mechanic for a courier service. And looking back at it, I wasn't making much. A lot of mechanics feel like that though. Some of y'all be like, oh, $25 an hour, that's a lot of money. Then you go into the hourly and the flat rate and commit all that. We're not there. Everybody gonna feel like they're not making much. Looking back on it, I wasn't making that much. So everything all the tools that you see me with now, all the Milwaukee shit, all my wrenches and everything else, like, I worked for. And when I was doing jobs and needed something out here, because they provide tools for you, even though a lot of people, you bring your own shit, you have your toolbox in there, in the garage, whatever. But I worked for it. I learned how to do different jobs, and I learned what I could do better next time. Those would be the tools that I would research. I would look up YouTube reviews on these tools to try to use that to decide which tool I should get, what brand of tool I should invest in. So I started out that way, but I just went off into talking about tools. Now I don't know what the fuck. I don't have this shit written down. Like, I like talking about tools because I don't know. I'll revisit what the fuck I was talking about, because a lot of people used to write me and they were like, yo, how did you get so many tools? Well, I got it over time. It's not going to happen overnight. That's thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in tools. Like, I probably have like $15,000 in tools. So what happens is, as you work towards a goal, you realize what you need along the way. Then you can invest in what it is you need directly. Some people, like I seen a lot of people make this mistake. They get in the auto repair and they go to Lowe's and they just start buying a whole bunch of shit that they don't need, they may not need. It's like with every job I did on the side, I learned a new tool I should have. Because a lot of vehicles have manufacturer specific tools. And then you got your specialty tools. Like I got a harmonic balancer, the spring compressors, the thing for the piston, the small engine work, engine repair tools, Torx, 12-point sockets, all types of shit, deep sockets, impact sockets, shallow sockets. So, and not to mention the shit I lost that I had to get, spanner wrenches, you know, shit to remove the ring from the gas tank when you drop the gas tank to replace the fuel pump, all types of shit. But I had to work towards that. So getting back to the shirts is like, that's why I had the shirts made, so people could know that they were appreciated. I appreciated the business. Here's a Barricade Garage shirt. That's what that was about. That was never to sell on YouTube. As a matter of fact, I remember I used to look at YouTube and see people selling shirts, and I thought to myself, I looked in the Teespring and all that shit, because people was hitting me up. They was like, yo, I want that shirt. And I was like, I'm not, like, how the fuck do YouTubers even do that shit? So I looked, and Teespring hit me up. They was like, yo, we'll sell your shirts. We'll keep 50% of the profits, and you can keep everything else. Don't worry about nothing. We'll ship it from our warehouse. I was like, so I never actually touched the shirts. That just kind of feels disingenuous to me, because it's like, I won't touch the shirt. It's like, I don't see those shirts that you would be getting. My hand has never touched that Barricade Garage shirt. Teespring would make it and ship it from their warehouse directly to you. Like, I wouldn't see it, get the boxes. Like, that's why I remember I was watching like an Adam Calhoun video, and he was going through he got a warehouse, and he got people working in his warehouse where they make his apparel, his merchandise shit. That shit dope. That Teespring shit where I'm not touching it, but y'all think y'all getting a piece of me, I can't rock like that. That shit feels disingenuous. That's why I'll be better off shipping out wood chunks, like 5-pound boxes of wood chunks. And somebody hit me up in the email and was like, yo, you inspire me to get a Bronco, Oklahoma Joe's Bronco drum smoker. Oklahoma Joe's, y'all owe me money. He was like, we don't have oak wood out here where I am. He's in like Arizona. All they got is mesquite. He said, I'm sick of apple wood, all that bullshit. So he was like, I never tried cooking with oak. Could you send me some of your oak wood chunks? So I was like, sure. He wanted a 20-pound box. So I got a 20-pound box over there. I still got the wood in the box. I was going to charge, how much? I don't know if you went here. You can get like a 20-pound box for $40. If you go on Amazon, it might be like $50. So I was going to charge $40. The guys at FedEx, when I went in there, they said to ship it would be $47. So I was like, then I would have to charge him a lot more if I wanted to like make a profit. Then I went to the post office box, and they was like, yeah, we want 35, and I was like, oof. And then I looked into like the little flat rate shipping boxes, and that shit is like automatically $20 to send or some shit. That shit weird. Like, I'm not even built like that just to be, I'm built for local shit. Like, I'm not built for globalism, you know? I'm not built to just be shipping shit all over the fucking place and keeping track of all that shit. Like, that's not me. Maybe if I had a team of Jews behind me, we can get this shit figured the fuck out, you know? Imagine if I had like a team of Jews and just a bunch of Jews working like Santa's helpers and just, you know, it's like, oh, we can do it, we got this, working like, but that's not me. And I have to keep track of people like, hey, what's going on? I'm just a local guy. I'm a local. Freedom Inc. said regional rate boxes, man. See, this is the truth or knowledge I know nothing about. I'm blue pill when it comes to that shipping shit. I have no fucking clue. I'm green. I'm blue pilled. I'm fucking blue pilled. Don't get mad at me. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with that. And I'm not even comfortable doing that type of shit. I don't even desire to make money in that way. A lot of people on eBay be doing that shit. I was like, maybe I'll get like an eBay account and just start shipping shit out. And then it was like it get hit with taxes, and I don't like paying taxes. So I like, especially wood chunks. It's like, no, I'm not paying fucking taxes on that. It's like, and then they gonna want to, well, he made over $600. I'm like, people be wanting to put shit in your PayPal. I'm like, no, nigga, fuck no. But I mean, I get it. You have to pay yourself, so you can have proof of income if you want to, buy a house or rent or do anything or rent equipment or whatever. But I don't do that type of shit. So it's like, niggas pay. I get it. Pay. You know what? Forget I said anything. I'm deleting this stream immediately. But I'm not paying taxes on no fucking wood. And then they all in my fucking account on the PayPal, working with Bitcoin and all that other gay shit. So this is why I was like, look, you just gonna miss it. Everything ain't for everybody. Everything ain't for everybody. You ain't got. I mean, Amazon on it. This guy is so woke, but white Jesus ain't gay. Jesus was never ever a soy boy. Catherine K, come here, big hugs, come here. Come here, let's talk about this now. I thought I said that. I remember I said that now. That picture of white Jesus, that is a homosexual. There are no buts. There are no ands. That picture of Jesus with the praying hand, that's a homosexual. I don't do graven images. I think black Jesus is retarded. I think the Middle Eastern Jesus is also retarded. I'm not going to exclude white Jesus from this The white Jesus is the gayest Jesus possible. That image, that graven image, yeah, that nigga was a homosexual. No, Jesus didn't look. The nigga, he was a carpenter. I don't know if you've seen a carpenter body. They could have at least made him look like Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury got the body of a Chrysler dealership mechanic. Like, that's a working man. That's a working man's body. But all that limp-wristed, they made Jesus look like Anomaly. Just the gayest, no shots. Listen, I'm probably making it worse. No shots at Anomaly. No, look, listen. All right. Fuck y'all. Y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all could have, if y'all was going to do graven images, you could have picked a more masculine figure. You see what I'm saying? Like, he just had the long forehead, looking like a bitch, looking like a L'Oreal commercial. They got Jesus praying. Oh, I don't know what the fuck. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I don't know what you want me to tell. I don't do graven images. I'm gonna talk. Yo, we hear you. So yeah, white Jesus gay as fuck. And you ain't got to tell me a lot of black churches grow that had white Jesus on it. That homosexual. That nigga was not a carpenter. And Paul told you himself, it is a shame for a man to have long hair. The societal standards of the Messiah's day was men did not have long hair. Then as a man and as a carpenter, as a tradesman, you wouldn't have had long hair anyway. John the Baptist, a different story, because he was a Nazarite. He would have had long hair, not the Messiah. That's all I'm saying. So that image is false as fuck. And your pictures of white Jesus are gay. That is a gay man. That is a Dave Rubin. Dave Rubin looks more masculine than that image of white Jesus. All you gotta do is just type in white Jesus, look at Google, show you the same picture. That nigga sitting there looking like that. Looking like somebody's bitch. Looking like somebody's sex slave. That's just some real G shit right there. And I'm not woke neither, Catherine K. I'm not woke. I don't do that woke shit. And I'm not a truther. I'm not woke. I'm not black Jesus. I'm not the fucking, I'm not people pastor saviors. And I'm not gonna sell you a diet keto bag neither. But I will give my opinion on shit. And that image of white Jesus is gay as fuck. That is the gayest image and rendition of Jesus that I feel like man has ever made. They got the Buddhist Jesus. Ethiopians have the Ethiopic looking Jesus. I feel like white men, y'all listen, I don't do the white and black, but white people, y'all could have at least redid that shit. They said he was made, that image was from Caesar Borgia's son or some shit like that, and he was actually gay. I don't know where you white people got that image from, but you could have at least made him in the image of some type of conquering Viking or something. Anything but a homosexual. Like Pete Buttigieg looked more masculine than that nigga. I got BG on a whole rant by calling him Black Jesus. Oh, that was you, Shrika Lonka? Yeah, somebody said I look like Black Jesus out here. I was like, I don't, no the fuck I don't. I don't do the Black Jesus, white Jesus. I don't do Jesus. I don't do Jesus. I mean, that's close, that's Greek. So I guess that image does fit. Because Jesus is Greek. So I guess that works. Unless the Greeks look extremely homosexual. But even still, y'all could have picked a King Leonidas type figure. And King Leonidas from 300, Sparta, what is your profession? War! Yeah, y'all could have picked one of them. Y'all just picked the gayest. Yo, could have picked one of the Englishmen, the English that used to conquer shit, that had everybody scared. Not the cut English people of today, but the old English. The people were scared of. Could have picked one of them. That image of white Jesus is just gay as fuck. And you can't tell me it's not. That nigga look like he's transitioning into what? I don't fucking know. Fucking cookies and bubbles. There's a lot of sugar in that Jesus' tank. That whole graven image, well, niggas need to redo it then. Y'all go ahead and redo it. Don't get mad at me. Get mad at the nigga who made that y'all official image of Jesus. Don't get mad at me. I didn't put a homosexual and be like, this is Jesus. I didn't do that shit. No, that's not right with Caesar Borgia. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't have all the answers. All I'm saying, I'm just trying to make sense of where white people would have gotten that fucking homosexual image from. Like, it does not make sense. Like, you could, like, just a random Spaniard, you could, it doesn't make sense. Anyway. But anyway, so anyway, that's why I didn't get in the pumping out shirts all over the fucking place. And then I had like a moral compass too, so I felt like that was just like I like providing services. Like, I'm a serviceman. Like, I like providing service for people. Like, I feel good. Like, it'd be the equivalent of back in the day to washing feet. Like I feel great about helping people make their lives better. Whether it's you're cold and you have a wood stove and you need to heat the home, whether you have a yard that needs maintenance, or whether you need to get all that shit removed out your yard, like a lot of you white trash people have junk tires in the front yard. Yeah, I do junk removal. I do all that shit. I invested in a decent sized trailer so I can get cracking on that shit and help people, they shit look better. Teach people skill sets like how to auto repair. Cause ain't nothing worse than when you go outside, start your shit and your shit don't start. Speaking of shit not starting, Freedom Inc. How's that Ford truck doing these days? I checked in on you the other day on a live stream. You broke out the wrench set. All I heard was a ratchet going in the background, and the Great White Hope was man down. That's what I nicknamed his truck, the Great White Hope. The Great White Hope, all it did, you go through like 7 starters on that fucking Ford. Holy shit. Bro, and y'all know how much money Freedom Inc. would have had to shell out to get that fucking Ford truck fixed every time it decided to throw a hissy fit? A lot of money. So a great skill set is knowing your way around your own vehicle, in the very least. Just even on some DIY tip. So I like doing shit like that, providing services with people. Like I don't want to get into the whole, like there's just certain things I believe in and certain things I don't believe in. And if I don't believe in those things, but my heart won't be in it for me to go out and preach on those things that I don't believe in. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm forced to be authentic. Like I can't sit here and shell some fucking Ray-Bans or Raid Shadow Legends or some weird ass sheathed men's underwear that I'm not interested in. That wasn't the Freak White Hope. The starter wasn't O'Reilly. Oh, it's from O'Reilly's. Oh, okay. Not the truck issue. So you got like 4 bad starters from O'Reilly's in a row. Talk about quality control. Switched up the supplier and haven't had an issue since. That's what's up. Shout out to you. Shout out to Liberty Chick. And shout out to the Great White Hope. That's a nice looking truck. Somebody said like AutoZone parts. I mean, unless you're getting your shit off eBay. Sometimes you can go on eBay and find the original equipment manufactured parts for a lot cheaper than you find the off-brand shit at AutoZone, O'Reilly's. Like on my truck Tamara, when I did the I replaced the knock sensor on my truck, had to take off the manifold. You know the whole thing. So I replaced the knock sensor, but before that I was looking in the purchasing the knock sensor, and AutoZone, they didn't have it in stock, but they could have had it shipped in like 3 days. That shit was gonna be like $150. I found one on eBay, the OEM, the same part number and everything, for $45, and it came with both knock sensors, and it came with the wiring too. It wasn't just, it came with everything. So I was like, bet. So sometimes if you want to wait a while, well, sometimes they'll have it in stock now, but if you wait for shipping and all that, I mean, I get it. You know, you can get it for a lot cheaper. Somebody said Napa is the way. Well, yeah, shout out to Napa, because I'm not gonna lie, when I replaced the brake master cylinder on my pickup truck, I needed what I didn't have was the bench bleeding kit to for the new master cylinder. You know, when you can't just replace the brake master cylinder, you gotta bleed it, and you can't do it the traditional way. You need special tools. So no one else had it, and Napa was the only place around me that had it. And it was only like 40 minutes away. It was like 40 minutes away. I was like, bet. It was like, yep, we got them in stock. I was like, thank you. But then again, I looked on eBay, and that same shit I bought for, what I buy it for, like $15. They had it on there for like $8. So Napa is decent. A lot of people like using the Napa oil filters. Napa got some shit. I really don't frequent Napa like that. I really don't frequent no place like that. But um, I guess. Oh, and yeah, the bench bleeder for the master brake cylinder. I had to get that one because a lot of people they'll put it in. I wanted the official tools. A lot of people they have their way of doing it where they just put it in a vise, and they do it with a screwdriver. And I wanted to I wanted to bleed it on the truck. I'm fancy. I like that. I like having the ability to do that. And if that's something I have to do down the road, I have the tools to do it. I like acquiring tools that are necessary for me to do certain jobs in the most efficient way possible. Like that's kind of my vice. Like that's my vice. So so I'm glad Napa had that in stock because nowhere else they was like, "Yeah, we don't have that." But I did go to Advanced Auto Parts because they had the brake line. They had the brake line for my pickup truck. They had the whole kit for the Chevy Silverado. And so I went to Advanced Auto Parts and got the whole, it was like a 10-piece brake line set. And they were already bent to shape. Like I got the brake bending tools and the flares and all that, but they were already bent to shape. It was a pain in the ass to get it in, but Advanced Auto Parts had that. And I didn't want to get that online or at the dealership because the dealership, they want to fuck your wife and they want half of your dick for anything at the dealer. Like when you go to the parts department, they're like, yeah, you be like, let me get a brake booster, let me get a brake master cylinder, they be like, yeah, you gotta let us fuck your wife. We want half of your dick. We want 2 of your kids, half your house. We want the deed, the title. We want land rights. They want all types of shit with you. So that they don't even want. I was like, y'all don't want money? They was like, no. Fuck no. That's not enough. But and then I didn't want to get the brake lines online because I wasn't sure which one. They looked like they were bent right online, but I was like, and I didn't want to have to go through the return process. So when Advanced Auto Parts was like, we got it, I paid $115 for all 10 lines. All the hard lines, not the hoses, the hard lines. And that truck has like a lot of fucking lines on it. So, you know, shout out to the parts store. Sometimes it's just better to go ahead and get your parts where you can make an efficient return or a swap if necessary. Because sometimes you order from places and it show up and it's the wrong part or the wrong dimensions, or the fasteners don't fit, or the plug is different. You may get a plug that's different and it's like, now you got to deal with that shit. Like I went through that with my 96 Jeep Grand Cherokee. I ordered some parts for and then I got a 97 Jeep Grand Cherokee. What I didn't know was even though the 96 and the 97 Jeep Grand Cherokee are the same generation, commonly known as the Jeep ZJ, I didn't know they switched the throttle position sensor and the idle air control valve from 96 to 97. So the 97 and 98s have different electronics on the throttle body than the 93 through 95s and the 96 do. So, you know, it's just little differences like that. Just little differences like in fuel filters. Oh, the fuel filter too, like the fuel filter on my 96, it was like a canister type of fuel filter. And it was under the frame, under the uniframe. The fuel filter in the 97 it didn't have a fucking fuel filter. It was like integrated in the pump. So it did, but it was like the pump. You had to buy the actual fuel pump to replace the fuel filter. Not that secondary fuel filter with the sock on the bottom of the pump. No, it was like inside the fucking pump, which I thought was fucking weird. So it's like little shit like that. Now you know when you go down there and you do all of that, now you know you can make an efficient swap, or you can take it right back to the parts store. And dealing with that now with my little car, purchasing ECM, they send me one for an automatic. When I have a manual, then they truly, to convince me it will work, they call themselves experts. And now you got to go through the process of boxing it up, sending it back, getting your money back, waiting for the money to hit before you buy something else, because people be broke. But it's like with that car, you can't just go to a junkyard and pull one from a similar vehicle. if they have one in your area, because sometimes people, Watachi, my husband, bends his own lines too. Most of our stuff is so old, it is a pain in the ass to track down the right line. Yeah, people need, especially people with like hot rods and antique cars, like you need a brake bending tool. I think OEM tools, OTC tools, well, I got, but my brake bender just big as fuck. Like you can't bend it. I mean, you have to work wizardry to bend lines with that shit. I mean, you can like loose, like just out in the open, but like I was trying to get the little one. You could just like that shit is important. And it's typically they leave you with little to no space. I have chanced most of mine on my XJ. Yeah, I made sure I replaced the brake lines on my truck because it came from the rust belt, and a lot of those brake lines are rusty. So the one that it was 2 brake lines on my truck that looked sketchy. One of them ended up developing a slow leak, like it just started pissing out of a little weep hole, and I was losing brake pressure. It's windy as hell out here. I was losing brake pressure. So in the process of me changing out that one, my hand hit the other brake line that was next to it, and that one just cracked. And now I gotta replace 2 of them. So I was like, and then I do a lot of towing. So I need this to happen. I gotta do everything. I can't just do one thing because I want to make sure I'm safe. I want to make sure people around me on the road are safe. I don't want to have a fucking just blow a brake line when I'm hitting the brakes and I got a lot of weight in the back and then I'm pulling and then I can't fucking stop. And I made sure I adjusted my drum brakes yesterday. And that tightened up my braking right on up. But made sure my brakes were adjusted, my e-brake worked, made sure all that shit was in tip-top shape. I replaced the wheel cylinders for the rear drum brakes. Just to have a peace of mind, because when I tow, I pull. And I know I'm asking a lot of that truck, but we family. You'll be all right. You know. Just finished my XJ fuel line last night. Oh, shout out to you. Oh, Catherine K said, I'm glad I somehow catched BG. YouTube is filled with shills and circle spinning guys selling books, etc. YouTube is dead. As soon as you said selling books, I thought of Officer 10. So you forgive me for my homosexual white Jesus comment. Oh, that's what's up. See, this is adult. This is adulting 101. And y'all like how I said adult and not adult. See, sophisticated people say adult. Can't just say adult. Adult. The adults are talking. Shh. Oh, you forgive me. I knew you'd come around. Haywood Jabloni said, what's up, Moldy Locks? Oh, what's up with you too? I haven't even really talked about dreadlocks on this stream. I know the title is dreadlock, you know, but it's too sunny in my part of Virginia. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we out here. We out here. Sun beaming. I got this sun beam. It's too hot to have this condom on my head. I got the condom on the top of my head, looking like California. It's hot out here. It's not even hot out here. It was colder yesterday, but it's probably like 60. It's just sunny as hell. New World Order is halfway standing. Up is scrolling up. Oh, in Europe, they disarm people mostly. USA at least can count on armed patriots. All I remember that last sentence just reverberated. USA can at least count on armed patriots. 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 Like, I guess we can count on armed patriots when they're not busy buying Hodge Twins merchandise. Them niggas don't do shit but buy Hodge Twins merchandise. Who the fuck counting on armed patriots? Fuck them. We. You're looking at the people we count on. It's us. But then again, I don't exist in certain people's world that feel like we have to directly do something to the people we think are in charge of us. I think it's more so a spiritual battle than an actual physical battle. Like, there's nothing you can't do to whoever you can pinpoint directly, individually, like a Klaus Schwab, that they wouldn't immediately have a replacement for. It's an ideology. It's like a secret religion. It's like you can shoot the Pope, they're going to have another one come up. Like, you're not going to end the popes by killing the current Pope. They're going to prop another one up. And so on and so forth. Whoever. It's like you shoot the president, what happened? They shot Kennedy, and they put another president in there. You know, so I think like Ephesians 6:12. Ephesians 6:12. That's it. Somebody said, how did the pirate get to the boat so fast? I don't know, oh darn, but I feel like this is going to lead to me putting you out. I feel like this is going to lead to me putting you out. I got a strike for posting some of your clips about COVID. You got the opposition you wanted. That ain't even opposition. I have no enemies. I have no opposition. I don't accept that. I don't even accept that premise. Them, I got a strike too. It's like them striking me, that's not opposition. That's not even adversity. It's just because of the way I live my life. That does not affect me one way or the other. It really doesn't. If I had an honest stake in this shit and I was serious about YouTube and my money came from YouTube, yeah, I'd be fucking crying. I'd be like, yo, they fucking gave me a strike, son. Like, yo, I'm telling the truth. I'll write a book and all types of shit. Like, yo, I'm telling the truth when they delete it. Like, I don't care about that. I don't got time for that. I got, authentic things happening in my authentic lifestyle. I don't accept their premise. Like, I'm not censored. I'm not none of that. No, fuck it. They're airbenders. I'm an airbender too. And I'm a firebender. They can redefine words. I'm redefining words too. When all that time, when people's like, where Barricade Garage at? He can't stream. He's censored. Bullshit. Like, this day platform, they may have said you can't stream. You can't do shit for like 2 weeks, a week. What was I doing out here? Everything. Splitting wood, listening to offensive people. Saying nigger with a hard ER, calling people crackers, hard ER, talking shit about it. I'm out here all day. I can say anything I fucking want to say. This shit right here is just an illusion. Like, this is the metaverse. It's like you complain about the metaverse, but you give the metaverse your emotional currency. And for a lot of people, they quit their jobs to join the metaverse and get funded directly from the metaverse and then complain about the metaverse. Life goes on. Life goes on. Like, I'm not knocking people for making a living. I'm just saying I'm different. Like, we do things differently here. Like, I know what's important. And making a name for yourself on the internet for a bunch, that's not important to me. Oh, shout out to you, Freedom Inc. Have a good day. Shout out to you, Liberty Chick, and the Great White Hope that has starter issues often because it's a Ford truck, because it's a Ford, it's a diesel, because it has the Power Stroke, which is the shittiest diesel out of all three of the diesels: the Cummins, the Power Stroke, and the Duramax. So, but shout out to you. No shots fired. You know, I like your truck. You know, that's a nice truck. That's white privilege. I don't have a diesel truck. Don't participate in the metaverse. That's just how I look at it. I don't expect people to understand that or get that. You know. It's just there's different things happening over here. It's like, I understand if you put your time and effort into what you call the metaverse, and then the metaverse reprimands you for wrong think, can you really complain about the metaverse? Or was it your actions that led to the metaverse gaining power, gaining traction, and you gave them the ability to censor you? And now you're talking about, I lost my job. And you're like, what job? Where'd you work? It's like, on the internet doing shit. Trutherin. I was a trutherin. Instead of Lutheran, I was a trutherin. I was preaching about the Medici family and how they're fucking us all over. This is how people do when they type. I was preaching about the Medici family, how they're fucking us all over. And it's like, then what happened? The fucking metaverse that gave me my privileges and my fucking bread and butter, they took it away. And I'm like, it's the fucking metaverse. Like, that's why I don't give a fuck about people. It's why I find it foolish what people are concerned about right now. It's like they don't, not fool. I get it. Yeah, I'm DEA. Who's asking? I'm a DEA agent. Yeah, I'm not FBI. I'm not Mossad. I'm DEA. We confirmed this 2 streams ago. I am an undercover DEA agent. Somebody said, call me, I'll school you. If white privilege is $5.75 a gallon, then yeah, I have white privilege to the Freedom Inc. You saying that is white privilege. Get out. Freedom Inc. Get out. That is white privilege. The fact you can afford to pay $5.75 for gas to keep that piece of shit Ford on the road is white privilege if I've ever seen it. Don't complain about how much gas costs. You're driving a diesel, white privilege, and you can afford to keep that piece of shit on the road. More white privilege. See how that works? Somebody said distract and redirect agent. Yeah, that's me all day. I distract and redirect. But it's like, then I gotta ask, what am I distracting you from? What the fuck am I distracting you from? I got Liberty Chick laughing. Liberty Chick, I'm gonna need both of y'all to get out for Freedom Inc.'s last comment. Both of y'all are banned. This nigga said, if white privilege is $5.75, the fact you can afford $5.75 to keep a fucking Ford on the road is white privilege. How much is gas near me? Gas near me, that shit shot up. It's like $4. Gas near me is, but then you paying for diesel. The regular gas that I put in my truck is $4.20 now. And I don't know what the premium for the BMW is, but that shit is getting expensive. But I guess you could say I have black privilege because I can keep all them shits on the road. Yeah, there's not a victim bone in my body. Fuck that. I'm keeping everything going around here. Rick James said 480. O'Darn said 380 in Missouri. Are you Mossad, BG? I hope not. Catherine K, were you not listening? I am DEA. I'm not Mossad. No. People can see a Mossad agent coming a mile away. No one gives a fuck about Mossadi no more. I'm fucking DEA. That shit is at least creative. I haven't heard no truther accusing another truther of being a DEA agent. They always go to FBI, Israeli shield, Mossad, government plant. Well, DEA is government, but it's like, be specific. I'm Biden's illegitimate son he had with Keisha. So I got my position in DEA just off the strength of that. But unlike my half brother Hunter, I have not smoked more Parmesan than any nigga you know. Hunter's little bro, Hunter big bro. He Yeah, but we'll be all right. Everybody in here can afford to keep their shit on the road. Y'all be all right. Believe it or not, there's some people, when the prices went up, their shit sitting in the driveway. And they look at you rolling to work every fucking, it must be nice. They hitting one of them Jones. Must be nice that you can afford gas and they can't. Privilege. Bro, I'm blessed, man. I can't complain. I can die tomorrow. I can get shot right now. I can die, have a heart attack. They said Kevin Samuels just had a random heart attack fucking a fat chick. I was like, yo, I could die right now. I look back on my life, I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I think I'm good. I'm pretty sure I'm good. Physically speaking, like, I can't complain. Yeah, I'm DEA and Biden's illegitimate son with Keisha. I feel like, no, that wouldn't be a Keisha. That would be like a Tanya. That's a Tanya. Yeah, a Tanya. He was taking that gas station Viagra. I'd be all right. Liberty chick, you got that white privilege, you can't be kicked out. Nah, they got that Ford owner's privilege. They got that Ford owner's privilege. The most anti-Semitic manufacturer on the road today privilege. That anti-Semitic great white hope they be driving in. Somebody say he got the vax. Who got the vax? Hunter Biden? I don't know how that vaccine is going to mesh well in his system smoking that Parmesan cheese. Who got that? Oh, I got the vax? That's funny. Having a garage is white privilege. No, it's not. Having a garage can be a curse. You mean like a garage attached to your house? If you marry, your wife might take that shit over. It's going to be filled with Avon boxes. You talk to a lot of guys that have garages on their house. They're like, oh, the big it's filled with Mary Kay product. That's why they only got one car. It'd be a 2-car garage. They can only fit one car in there. It's not even the cars in there. They keep the bicycles in there. Because you can't fit a vehicle in there. And you put a vehicle in there, you won't be able to open the doors. That shit's so fucking tight. There's no point in even having a fucking garage. Just leave your shit outside. Let it get rained on. Let it get wet. Go ahead, let it get wet. But I used to fancy getting a garage. If I had a garage, we wouldn't even put cars in there. I'd just put the people who shit I work on in there. And I had 2 lifts, and it'd be a hot top garage. It had like 2 floors on it. And I still might do that one day. Made my truck a mobile shop because my white privilege can't afford a house or a shop of my own. That's elite. Fuck you mean? That's shit. That's what I did. Why you think it's called Barricade Garage? My Jeep was named Barricade and the garage was Barricade Garage. When I showed up, I used to go to the site and fix people's cars. I was a mobile mechanic. I found a way to pack a lot of my tools in that Jeep, which is impressive in and of itself. That shit has no space in it. No space. But I found a way to still get through the struggle. What I'm trying to say, that's what's up. That's how you do it. And you ducking those You ducking that brick and mortar fee? Yeah. So who's really got the privilege? You or the person with the brick and mortar shop that you envy that has to pay for all that overhead and all that other weird, goofy, gay shit? You. That's why you talk to a lot of shop owners, they old as fuck. They look 80, but they're like 25. Like Fred out there in Haymarket, Virginia, he owned a shop, bro. That shop about killed him. That shop, but and it's fucked up what they did to him, because now he had to move to Haymarket, because I think he was in like Montgomery County or some shit. And when you own a shop, you renting. And the landowner came and tore down those shops and put up storage units. Moved out to Virginia with the Haymarket. He did one with the new one, but it's like, man, that shit take a toll on you. That's a hard life. Like being a shop owner, that's a hard life. Like people envy that. They don't know how much adversity comes with that. Then the mechanics you have working under you. Like if you build a name, if you build a name for yourself from your work ethics, and people come to you from all over, like Fred, he got people coming from Maryland, all over parts of Virginia just to come to him because he's a great mechanic. But now he has employees, and his employees, they don't quite like you can take a horse to the water, but you can't make them drink type of thing. Like his employees do weird shit, like reverse jump car batteries and shit. Like they total ECMs and shit, you know, like it's like, and they're certified. Like these ain't just random, they're certified. They're ASE certified. It's like, it's hard, man. And then you're liable for that. You gotta pay for damages. You gotta man it. Like, do you really want that, or do you just want to get in your car, your vehicle, go to where the customer is, work on their car, 9 times out of 10 get paid in cash, and then go the fuck back home? Which one would you rather do? Exactly. So now you want to talk about privilege again? The way BG talks, I have to keep the doors and windows closed so my neighbors don't get offended. Man, shout out to your name. I don't even say no wild shit like that. I never understood the bump jump. Man, it's hard. That's why when you get a good team, man, you hold on to them. And imagine being a shop owner and you paying your mechanics, and it's hard. You losing more and more. This is why I get it. When mechanics argue about the flat rate or hourly pay, They take into account their feelings. It's more emotional, but they don't take into account of the people who's paying them, the shop owners, the master tech who decided to take time out of his life to open up a shop to employ them. Like, they really don't take that into the situation. So it's just a hard profession. Man, it's difficult. That's why I said the best possible. Me personally, I feel like the best way to make money and with the least amount of stress is to be a mobile mechanic. Like, I used to desire the brick and mortar shop, but that was just for status. But you'll lose your peace. You'll lose your peace with that. Yeah, fleet mechanics, diesel mechanics, yeah, we get it. Yeah, we get it. I was a fleet mechanic, but I just felt free doing my own thing. I didn't have to worry about, a check being light. Like, yo, what the fuck is it? I ain't had to worry about labor being high. Like, shit, you charge a price, you go there, you do the job, you get the money. You could do something as simple as brake jobs. You can get like 4 a day and make like $800 a day. I mean, if you busting with customers like that, but you gotta put that work in, have your business cards, be professional, show up on time, have a little bit of organization with you and your tools and your time, and you can do it. But the more employees you need, because now you got volume, now you got to take time out to train them. Like they may be trained, they may be ASC certified, but they're not properly trained in the way you do things. And you want them to be hip because these are your customers and you're trusting your new employees with your longtime customers. That's what fucks me up. It's like, yo, I can't, like I gotta be there, but you can't be everywhere doing everything. Then you gotta hire somebody to manage the books. You gotta hire. So it can become stressful. And a lot of shop owners that I personally know, they look like they're worn down. They look like fuck my life. They look like fuck my life. BG is Rich from Rich Rebuilds. Man, shout out to him, but I don't think he knew what he was in for opening up that shop like that, working on them Tesla vehicles, because Tesla is just a shitty product. BG, you aren't a black Hebrew. Do you V of religion? I don't do religion. And I don't consider myself a black Hebrew. What the fuck is that? I don't put black before things. You could say Hebraic, yeah, all day. But there was no religion in the scriptures. Nothing in there was about religion. I do feel like that's a Jewish invention. The Jews decided to make a religion and call it Judaism, where they reject the New Testament. But if you look in the Old Testament, as it is written, only the Levites, they're the keepers of the Ark of the Covenant, and they are the royal priesthood. The Levites, not the tribe of Judah, no one from the tribe of Judah. So you can say, oh, it's religion, and then be like Judaism, but from the beginning that was not so. It had nothing to do with Judaism. As a matter of fact, Abraham was called the first Hebrew, and if you go read Galatians 3 and start at verse 10 and read up, you'll see what I'm talking about. If you belong to the Messiah, then you are Abraham's seed and the heir according to the promises. As a lot of people say, there is no special bloodline. That is the bloodline. And Abraham was a Hebrew. You can spin it that way. I don't care what you call it. I don't do titles. The Messiah said to the disciples, he said, those that do the will of my Father in heaven are my sons. He said, those that do the will of my Father in heaven are my brothers and sisters. So in that way, you could say, I'm a son of the Creator. I'm a son of God. You can call me Ben Yah. Yeah, you like that, huh? You see how that sounds? You can call me Ben Yah. But just to be like, are you a Christian or what religion? Nah, I don't get into all of that. I don't get into all that. That's just my opinion. See how we family here. Give me a hug. Shut up and give me a hug. I know I smell good. You know you like how these dreadlocks smell. You know you like how these dreadlocks smell. Fuck out of here. What else we got? What else we got? Cause what else we got going on today? Because I'm about to say I got to get out of here and then keep talking for another 30, 40 minutes. So what Barricade, how you gonna say you were a Fleetwood mechanic and not saying come on? No, I wasn't. No, I didn't know. Bro, I worked on Nissan NV2500s. I was a fleet mechanic for a courier service. We worked on those dumbass Ford Transit vans, the little baby Nissans they just started coming out with, the new generation, the old generation, the Nissan NV2500 big back vans. When I say fleet mechanic, think you see them Amazon vans that roll up and down your street? That's what I was working on. Even though a lot of those are Dodges, sometimes you'll see the Nissan NV2500. You'll see the Enterprise vans. That was me. Keeping shit like that on the road so you can get your fucking package. So you can get your wood chunks from Amazon and not buy it from me locally. You know, that was me. Somebody said those are not Cummins, crazy. I don't know what you're talking about. Nah, I never said the vans had the Cummins engine in it. BG part of the DEA. Dread enthusiast. Oh, it was a Fleetwood Mac joke. Oh darn, that went over my head. I'm not even gonna lie. I gotta go do work too. All right, shout out to you, Grim FPV. Nah, I just said I'm about to say I gotta leave and then talk for another 30 minutes, like how everybody else do, like how I typically always do. Like I'm about to roll out and then just take questions for like 30 minutes. Any questions and take super chats. Super chats? We got any super chats? Cause I'm looking at my watch. I gotta leave, but we got any super chats? Any super chats in the building? Oh, hey, well, Jabroni, don't do that. I was keeping kidnappers on the road. All right, you did it. Oh, okay. You got a strong argument for that. I'm not even. You know, with a little good you do, there's a little bad. That's a wild way to look at it, though. You know, you're not wrong. There's a strong argument on your behalf for that. You say you got to leave and stay for 5 more hours. Yeah, I mean, that's typically what I don't, you know, not 5 hours. I'll probably kick it for another 40 minutes and be like, I got to leave. Then a lot of people comment, they heard the missus tell me to get out before I ended the live stream yesterday or last night. Or was that yesterday? Did I live stream last night? That wasn't a couple days ago. Bro, I do so much. I just move. I do a lot. Like, I do a lot. I got a lot going on right now there. I'm a contractor for security. I only work when I want to. But you provide a valuable service. Security. How your garden coming along? It's doing good. BG, are you still being a distraction? Fuck yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Fuck yeah, dude. I'm totally a fucking distraction. Hell yeah. I distract the fuck out of what y'all need. Who need a distraction? I'll distract the fuck out of you. I seen that picture of Zelensky, the Ukrainian president, sitting up there looking like he want 2 for 15. But it's just something about Zelensky. He got that can I get 2 for 15 look. He's the type of nigga that never wants to pay full price for anything and I have all the money. It just be like, can I get a deal, my brother? I'm like, I know your type. The type of people that want you to power wash the whole house for $50 and they got like a 3-story mansion. They be like, $50, brother. But you are brother. Be like, man, bitch, bitch, this shit gonna take time. Nigga, this shit gonna take like 4 or 5 hours. Zelensky want 2 for 15. Somebody said, well, he is of a certain Abrahamic background. Man, I don't give a fuck who background people claim they descended from. I'll say a lot of Abraham's descendants was a bunch of bitches. People get gung-ho on being descended from Jacob. Jacob was a bitch. Don't give me that shit. Jacob's mom called him a talebearer. Do you know what that means? That was pre-modern time for stop being a snitch. Telling on your brother, like, stop talebearing. Remember, he would go read the Bible. It was like, stop talebearing, acting like somebody's bitch. He came out the pussy holding he was a heel holder. That's what Yaakov means. Jacob literally in Hebrew means heel holder. He was holding Esau's heel. Esau was spat out the pussy for, and then they was like, oh, wait, there's more. They hit him with that joke. Esau came out the pussy. Somebody's like, but wait, there's more. It was Jacob. All you see was a little hand, a little grabbly hand just holding that nigga's heel. Like, I'm coming out this pussy too. It's like, it's 2 of them. Wasn't no ultrasound, ultrasonic would look and see what's in my tummy. Nah, she ain't fucking twin. They thought it was one big ass baby that was about to inherit everything, but it was Esau, and then it was a Jacob, that heel holding bitch, who later in life became, his name was changed to Israel. He spawned the 12 tribes, 12 nations of Israel, one of which was Judah, the tribe of Judah. You know, but you know, this is just joke. Don't get mad. Jacob was a little bitch. He was, you know. But he caught that fade with they said he caught that fade with the angel of the Lord. The angel of the Lord appeared and was like, yo, we finna shoot the fair one. And Jacob was like, what? And before he could say anything else, he got punched in the mouth. And they was just sitting there, they was tussling and shit. It's like, yeah, nigga, shoot this fade. And that's when his name was changed. And to this day, they say Israel means he who wrestles with Elohim. Or they spin it. It's different variations of that, but you can say it means one who wrestles with Elohim, Israel. So I mean, but he caught the fair, and the angel of the Lord was like, yo, I'm coming down here right now, and they catch that fair. Say less. Hey, cause you acting like a bitch. Your whole life you been acting like a bitch. Say less. You ain't gonna get this promise without proving yourself. So he went down there, caught the fade, proved himself, got his name changed from Jacob, which means heel holding bitch, to Israel, which means he who wrestles with Elohim. And then, you know, y'all know the rest. I don't. And don't get mad at how I put shit neither. It's just, you know, that's what literally happened. He was like, but wait, there's more. Liberty just said he was holding that nigga's heel. Esau came out head first. She was like, all right, the baby. And everybody was looking at it, was like the baby. And then all they seen was a hand holding Esau's heel. And it was like, but wait, there's more. Like that OxyClean commercial guy. Like the slap chop guy. Remember that slap chop shit? Slap chop. And Liberty Chick, I don't know what you laughing for. Because Freedom Inc. told me about you. He said you kind of like my wife. I know you probably got a slap chop. You probably did the QVC thing. You just buy random shit for no fucking reason. Like women tend to do, just because it's cute. It's like, no, it's more shit. You're probably an aggressive shelver. I caught my wife looking at shelves the other day. I was like, the fuck do you need more shelves for? Because she wants to put more shit on the shelves. I was like, she's looking for floating shelves. I don't want to get it. Just keep a whole bunch of shit around. Just bring it home shit. And her mama, I gotta suplex her mama. Because every time her mama's an aggressive knick-knacker. Like, she'll just be like, I thought these end tables were out. I'm like, yo, we agreed that we need to get shit out the house. Like, there's too much shit. Like, listen. There's too much shit going on. Sometimes it's a man. That's what I said. A lot of y'all think, oh, I want a garage. I'm like, man, you got the type of woman that'll fill it with knickknacks, shit from Lord and Taylor, fucking QVC items, a bunch of unopened slap chop boxes. Slap chop. And then they brought the previous one, but they was like, I might as well get this one from 1995. And then that should be like four low payments in 1995. You paying all that money for a fucking slap chop just because the guy who sold it to you had a great disposition on life. That's why people bought it. They was like, fuck the slap chop. I like how he's selling it. I was like, this fucking merchant. You know, fucking slap chop. Then the kicker was when he put the boiled egg in there. This nigga boiled the egg, put it in slap. It could do boiled eggs. Slap, slap, slap. But wait, there's more. This nigga did an onion. This nigga put a banana in that bitch. You can make instant smoothies. I'm like, look at this lying bitch right here. This nigga sell you to give you an image of a smoothie. Be like, buy this slap chop. That shit ain't got nothing to do with the other thing he's telling you about. But wait, there's more. This nigga pull out a banana and just start slap chop. And all the women was like, I want banana smoothies. Like, no, you don't. That's why sometimes you got to watch women, because there's people out there that know how to get women to purchase shit that women don't even want. But when they see it being marketed, they're like, I want that. It's like diamonds. No fucking woman wanted to walk around with diamonds. I mean, of course, there's a lot of women that want to walk around with like diamonds today, but from the beginning, that was not so. It was just marketed to as a woman's best friend. And they were like, yeah, fuck yeah, you know. You could have easily been like, look at this piece of wood, buy it. It's a woman's best friend, and women be trying to collect firewood and shit. Be like, oh fuck it. Women like shit like decks, but women like decks so they could put more shit on the deck. Like they want some random ass plant to go in the corner. You know, they a fucking table. Women can't just have a blank space. They gotta cram a table in the situation. There's an end table. There's some type of thing on the wall. There's an ordeal going on with every fucking room. They're like, it needs something. They just look. You ever catch a woman just looking at a room, and you like, what? It needs something. It's like, what the fuck else do it need? You bought floating shelves. They'll take down the floating shelves to put up some type of wallpaper. You know, it's just. But wait, there's more. This nigga pulled out that hard-boiled egg and started slapping the fuck out. All the women stood up, started clapping. Was like, I'm buying it. Like, you don't even eat boiled eggs. Slap chop. What's the other shit? The ShamWow? The chamois and the shit. What's the shit that had the sleeves but didn't have the back? The dumbest shit ever. And then women will buy shit and then just don't open the box. And remember that shit? There's a lot of women out here that just buy shit, don't open the box because they buy too much shit. Now they don't know what's in the box. Now every day fucking Christmas, they open the box and they're like, oh, I didn't know when I get this. Fucking, they gotta fuck. They'll women do shit like go get a coffee maker because of the colors on it. They're like, it's a coffee maker, and they don't drink coffee. Then they'll be like, but it makes the room more. They'll say some shit like it makes the room look more homely or some weird shit. They'll spin it. It's the colors. It's the perfect accent for that wall that I plan to put wallpaper on. Like wallpaper is making a big comeback. Like I'm telling you, like this. Like the missus already put wallpaper in the bedroom. Like we got one wall in the bedroom just wallpapered down. And she was like, I got a new project. I was like, that's good. She like staying busy, but I'm like, damn. It was just boxes of wallpaper. She's like, I forgot I even had that. I was like, I bet you did. It do look good though, I ain't even gonna lie, but I don't tell her that because I don't want her getting comfortable with more shit. I'm trying to get less. The only thing we need is for me to have more equipment. That's it. That little bullshit, y'all, I can't say all that. Like he's such a chauvinistic pig. It's like, no, we need 5 zero-turn lawnmowers. But we do not need, you give it a wild number. We need 5 trailers at all times. But what we don't need is ferrule and ball paint. Women go crazy. That's because she's in like the the designer, and then she watches Home Edit. How many women in here watch Home Edit? Like that shit. And then that other show with Joanne and Chip, the gay dude was going around telling people how to rearrange their house. Like she be on that type of shit. Somebody said TikTok is cancer. If it doesn't make you money, you don't need it. Except dogs. I have canine autism acres. No, women to do shit just for the feel of it, because it makes them feel better. Like we have a fucking we got some wild. I don't bother myself with learning the names of different plants, because I'm like, if I can't eat it, I don't want to. You know, I'm more of a, is it useful? Is it valuable? In a zombie apocalypse, could me and my men survive off of it? Could it produce fruit for my offspring? You know, I'm more of that type of guy. Women are like, they just want hydrangeas around. Look at the colors. The colors, it's just so pretty. And they'll cram hydrangeas into a fucking corner just to look at the hydrangeas. They got, you know, it's like my favorite flower is daffodil. Their favorite flower change every other week. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Some of y'all don't even got women like that. Y'all just live in a fucking apartment or some fucking where they're just chill and they're like just, I don't know. It's different strokes for different folks. But you know, somebody said beautiful day in Loudoun County. BG credit card, Max wallpaper and Florida. Ain't no credit card. Pay that shit outright. Beautiful day in Loudoun County. Shout out to Loudoun County. All that fucking traffic going on down there. All 50 and 28. Between 50 and 28. What that shit called? Lee Highway? With 28? Up there by Dulles Airport. Traffic is fucked up. Going into Manassas, taking 28. I have to unshout out Loudoun County. And of course, you know, the shit with the woke school teachers and all that other shit going on. Like I heard it was right-wing people complaining about Loudoun County's politics. I was like, no one's gonna say anything about the traffic? Like that's not even a concern, right? Like, so we just gonna be distracted from this ungodly amount of traffic on 28 every fucking day. Like, soon as you hit Dulles, once you pass that Dulles toll road and you going south down 28, that shit is fucked up all the time. You gotta take Route 7. You go there. I used to take 28 to Route 7, head up to Percyville. Coming back, that shit was fucked up. You gotta pass Chantilly. Chantilly is fucked up all the time. Every Pakistani immigrant moved to Chantilly. Somebody said, what state is that? Virginia. All the Pakistani immigrants currently live in Chantilly, Virginia. No lie. That's no lie. And none of them niggas can drive. 50 is fucked up. Up there at Fair Oaks Mall, that shit fucked up. Fairfax fucked up. Then you go on up 28. Loudoun County fucked up. Don't get me started on Reston and Herndon. Every Guatemalanan that ever came to this country currently lives in Reston or Herndon, Virginia. No fucking lie. And people out here know I'm not fucking lying. I'm not even out there, but when I had to drive up and through that area, every Guatemalan buys a Toyota Corolla and drives slow as fuck. There is no they got open roads. There's no reason why traffic is so fucked up. It's just that 9 times out of 10 Guatemalans can't fucking drive. And they have a 4-cylinder vehicle that can't go over 30 miles an hour. And they always in the left lane. So true on driving, but in their defense, the women are used to being chauffeured everywhere. Don't worry, the traffic is going to thin out big time. How many people can afford Teslas? Oh yeah, about that. BG, do you know any other language beside English? Nope. I don't know no other language beside English. I'm glad you brought that up because I was talking about black community people feeling like they don't belong in America and feeling like they don't know who their ancestors were and just feeling disconnected from the experience of life. And that's when I went into my personal experience of how I'm grounded and how I don't have to care if we're the real Hebrews or we're the real Native American. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. That shit doesn't mean nothing to me. I summed all of it up by ending with Galatians 3. I just went over that with y'all. So you can call me Ben Yah, literally. So all that other, who my ancestors were, that shit doesn't matter. I'm a son of the Most High. Now, that being said, it's interesting you bring up language because I was thinking about that shit. And I was thinking about how I hear a lot of black people say we speak the language of the oppressor. But just because the European put together English does not mean they invented it. So you can't actually call that the language of the oppressor because English is a compilation of a bunch of different fucking languages. Like they say Latin is a dead language. Well, English has a lot of Latin in it. A lot of Latin words, a lot of Spanish words. And then you can't say that's the white man's language because before the people you call white, the Anglos and Saxons, that wasn't their original language neither. Like the Vikings didn't speak English. Like the Norwegians, everybody had their own shit. So for somebody to feel like, oh, I can't, this was the language of my oppressor, you're fucking stupid for feeling like that. It's English, and I am American. That doesn't make me an Englishman. It just means English is the language I speak, and there is no shame in that. Now, what you could do, for further reference, is going over to Africa, and you can go to Darfur, where they had a language that the tribe spoke, but now they speak Arabic because the Islamic conquerors subjugated the people out there, and now they speak Arabic. And I hear a lot of niggas talking about, oh, we gotta learn how to speak Arabic because that's our original language. They didn't even originally speak Arabic. Like none of this shit, to get technical, is really your original language. It's just like I pointed out how in Ethiopia right now, they speak over like 80 different languages in one fucking country. But they all have the same skin color and look the same, but speak 80 different languages and they beef like shit. Like they beef like no one else. Like it's wild, so I don't get caught up on little bullshit like that. Like how people are overly concerned about, like how Malcolm X, he changed his last name from whatever the fuck it was and just put X because he didn't want to be tied to his slave master. And I'm like, whatever name you had before the slave master gave you that name was probably another slave master's last name. Because people act like Africans didn't have slaves. How you know when you got capped or whatever happened and you became this tribe's property for this warlord, he didn't brand you with his last name and now you're Mbutu. Like your last name is now Mbutu, the slave master's name. Then you come to America, and now your last name is Smith, and you're like, I'm putting the X because that was a slave master's name. I want to be Mbutu. But Mbutu was a slave master's name. So it's like you can sit there and play those games. I just say this to people who, feel like they don't belong, because I know that's what the problem is. You got a bunch of people who don't know who the fuck they are, don't know their purpose, and they want to try to find solace in different ideologies and in different dogmas and doctrines of man. But at the end of the day, that's why I pointed out Galatians 3, So it's like that other shit, that's the type of shit that fades away. But these are matters of the spirit. But people are looking for a carnal explanation for why they exist. And as long as you stay in that mindset, you will never feel like you belong in the world at all. And you can't say that's a good thing. I know we're supposed to be in the world but not of the world, but your spirit will be in perpetual unrest because you don't know who the fuck you are, just because you can't trace back what happened before the last 400 years. So I just say that to those type of people. I don't know no other language but English. That's all the fuck I speak. I don't even And globalism tells me I have to learn everybody else's language. Like that's what fucked me up. People would be like, globalism is bad, and then learn 8 different languages so they can engage in globalism. Ain't that a bitch? But no, I've never desired to learn a different language. And I know a lot of people that like to travel because they're fucking fancy and they're like, oh, I need to go to France. And you know, they want to, I don't know, order pizza in France and shit. They learn French. Or they go to school. I get it. But that's globalism. Like true nationalism, I feel like would be, nah, that's all we speak, son. Like you need to get with the time. But then they entice you. Well, don't you want to travel abroad? Don't you want to order hookers in another language? Huh? Yeah, huh? Huh? Don't you? Don't you wanna? So then they learn like 18 different languages and be like, I'm so fucking intelligent. I know 18 languages. And I hear global. Not that I'm in that mind frame, but there's a strong argument for what the fuck I'm saying. Like that is a result of globalism. But now you have been programmed to see that as someone's intelligence. You'd be like, he's intelligent because he knows 18 different languages. And yeah, he's totally not a globalist. But the guy who only knows one language, he is. You know, I think of shit like that. I know I just went all over the place with that. Somebody said I want to learn Spanish. I don't want to learn Spanish. People think that shit sounds sexy. I don't. Shout out to my Spanish people. They really do fancy Mother Mary. Like I got Mexican neighbors, bro. You can't tell me shit. Like Mother Mary is lit the fuck up every night. Like they love her. Like and homosexual Jesus, they love him too. But Mother Mary is in the forefront. So shout out to all my essays and Norteños and El Salvadorians. I see you, I raised you 6, but I've never once was like, I want to learn Spanish today. Like, no, that was like if I go to another country and I just root there, then yeah, you would learn the fucking language. Like that's your country. Like if you live there, but son, I don't live in Mexico. And you could be like, but what if you had to live in Mexico? Like I get that, but damn. Cause like I was born right here. Like I don't in the Spanish teacher was like on some wild cincuenta centavos shit, and I still don't even know what the fuck that means. Like Spanish class was just something you skip. Like everybody, you default skip Spanish class. Like no one went to that shit. Like except for elementary school, and you have to go to Spanish class, and then you get to Spanish class, and they teach you that rojo. They teach you rojo. So now you're learning rojo. You know, you can't roll your tongue and you get an E. Rojo. You know, you gotta say that shit over and over again and write it on a fucking chalkboard. And that's the culmination of Spanish class. And it's like, I don't desire to learn more. I don't. You know, and you can say I feel differently if I guess I was conquered by Spaniards or whatever the case may be, or whatever you fantasize about who your captors were. Conquered by the Spaniards would be different. Yeah. Like I'd be speaking Dutch and all that shit. Like you got Dutch colonies in Africa right now. Like, you know, I'd be speaking Creole, a little bit of French mixed in with some broken English. I'd be speaking Creole like a motherfucker, like Louisiana and all them niggas. But no, I speak English. And according to people across the pond in the UK, they say I don't speak proper English. They say I don't speak proper English. But them niggas don't even know how to say marmalade over there. So I don't. Okay. Who? See, I said marmalade and he turned up. All right, you tweaking because I said marmalade. You don't speak proper English neither. He said that's that Ebonic shit. Well, you can make a strong argument for English meaning crooked, angle, And English in and of itself being Ebonics in and of itself since its inception, since it takes from so many different languages. Like it's already crooked. It's already not spoken correctly. So I don't want to hear the Thomas English muffin people criticize my brand of English. They'd be like, they don't speak English, they speak American. I'd be like, no, this English, bitch. You have no business to criticize nobody's English the way you say croissant and muffin and biscuit. People in the UK don't even know how to say biscuit. Have you ever heard, boy, you hear Boris Johnson say biscuit, that nigga,
yo, today I would like to talk about my Thomas English muffin with a biscuit and marmalade, more lockdown.
And you like, that's English? That's English, sir? That's what you, yo, that's, they be like, this is real English. And you be like, where? And they point to a nigga,
today is another day for great lockdown. Thomas English muffin. We need more marmalade if we don't have more parliament. And it has become increasingly compact to us if we don't want to talk about another nation's current policy for lockdown. And we need more marmalade on our English muffin. And we'll more. And we don't need coronavirus vaccines.
and I'm like, you people are the same people saying I don't speak proper English, but you listen to that shit? And they be like, no, I don't want to hear that shit. Listen to that nigga. That nigga is autistic. Bluegrass in the woods. Let's get a bus sent out there. We need a boat. Bluegrass in the wood. We need. Matter of fact, me and Bluegrass in the wood, we crowdfunding a boat so we can pick up autistic people from other countries. We need to go collect Boris Johnson immediately and ship that nigga to Autism Acres and have that nigga building chicken infrastructure or something useful other than what the fuck he's doing now.
We need more marmalade if we don't have the option to actually turn down lockdowns, and I won't be able to just parliament and then we can go get marmalade.
It did. It'd be like, all right, Liberty Chick, shout out to you and the Great White Hope and Freedom Inc. and y'all kids and y'all four-wheelers and the cedar trees that Freedom Inc. pulled out the ground with his pickup truck. How dare him, white privilege. I'll catch you later. Somebody said they talk like that because of the severe underbite. No, don't give them that excuse. They don't speak proper English neither. Everybody wants to talk about who speaks proper English. Them niggas don't know how to say marmalade without spitting on your forehead. Whether you just heard Boris Johnson talk. You heard Boris Johnson talk all lockdown. The fuck was that? But yeah, I speak English. Like, I don't have to be extracurricular and put an X on my name because I'm like, the slave master gave me his last name. And I don't feel the need to do all of that because before that slave master's last name, you probably was enslaved to another group. And Ubuntu probably gave you the last name of Ubuntu. And then you got here, if you believe that narrative, and the slave master was like, I'm not comfortable saying Ubuntu, so now your name is Smith. Your last name is Smith. It makes sense. No one running around talking about Ubuntu. Rabini Natatu. And nobody, there's no, niggas not doing it. Niggas like, Rabini Natatu, can you come here and plot a field? No. Just call him Smith, call it a day. Let's eat our cheese sandwiches, get back to work, then go to sleep. Nobody got time to be Rabini Natatu. So I don't feel bad about it. I'm not going to X out my name and be extracurricular. You don't know who gave you your last name from what, wherever the fuck you were from. Got conquered from another tribe. And a warlord came out of nowhere and just took one of your kids and fucking branded you his property. It was like, you are now Mbutu. Your last name Ubuntu, and you are the Ubuntu tribe, and now you like, ah. Then the white man get a hold of you and change your name to Smith, and you're like, this is the slave master's name. I'm like, what about Ubuntu? What about Rabini Natatu? You know, what about that shit? You know, my name could have been Marmalade. Fuck it. Leave it to Beaver, you know? It is what it is. I'm out. I'm out. Everybody get out. Everybody get out. Banned. Everybody's banned. Everybody's banned. I made up Running Free. You also made up the other 15 of your backup channels too with Tachi Running Free. You act like YouTube and everybody else here doesn't know you got 1,000 other backup channels. Fuck a we four-wheeler. Fuck a we four-wheeler much. Fuck a we four-wheeler. Well, Tachi got a whole backup channel called Fuck a we four-wheeler. It was like, what? Before Martinez, you know, before all that other Spanish shit, before the Spaniards came, they probably just had tongue rolls for last names because they were conquered by tongue rolling tribes. Your name is Jorge. And then the Spaniard showed up on the coast and was like, your name what? Just call him Martinez. This nigga's Martinez. Matter of fact, give everybody similar names, because this shit they got going on is wild. Juan, Maria, San Jose. Spaniard showed up and started naming all you niggas. All you Spanish niggas. And y'all sitting here. That's why y'all consider European. Y'all be checking the shit out that European box on job applications and act like a nigga don't know. They be like, I'm claiming my European side for this one. I'm European as fuck. The Spain. Your last name a tongue roll. Talking about you gonna put an X in, you don't want the conquerors. Stop calling white people conquerors. Damn, that's embarrassing. If I hear another nigga say they got the conquerors I'm gonna start slapping niggas. No, I am a conqueror. We are more than conquerors. Niggas that sit there and exalt the white man and then call him a white devil in the next sentence. Like, damn, God, you're making me look bad by default, because people just see me with dreadlocks and a condom on my head and they don't know what the fuck I'm about, so they put me in a box with you. I don't even believe in your bullshit community, but you call a white man a fucking conqueror. Like, damn, if we wake up enough of our brothers and sisters to the fact that the conqueror, we need, that we got the conqueror, the niggas stop calling them conquerors. Damn, you bitches get on my nerves with that shit. If another nigga says that shit, I'm smacking the fuck out you. Stop it. Damn, you have no self-respect. How the fuck can you? And then they'd be like, we need all black. We are gods. We are kings. We are descended from war. But you calling another nigga conqueror over you. Damn, if that ain't the gayest shit. Just stop. The more you listen to that pro-black shit, the more it really is. You understand how it's really white supremacy. Pro-black is white supremacy. They call a string cheese eating cracker a conqueror every fucking day. And they say conqueror like it's a bad thing. No, nigga. Damn. They raped all our women. And they always say they raped all women and they raped our ground. I'm like, well, what the fuck were the men doing while they were raping every woman? What were the men doing? Damn, you see how that makes the men, your ancestors, look bad? Y'all fucking suck. There's so many logical fallacies in what the fuck you're saying. Like, you're not helping black people with that pro-black pan-African shit. You got niggas over here talking Pan-African, but what they won't do is go live in Africa. And Africans don't even want to hear that Pan-African shit. Mbutu. Who is this nigga? Go ahead. Go back to the white man. They don't want to hear that shit. Damn. The conqueror. Somebody said it's colonizers. I'm tired of that shit too. The do you know what that means? That is an exalted status at this point. The colonizers. I'm like, y'all niggas want to be conquered so bad. It's like y'all have a fetish of being conquered. Like we are conquered people. Y'all say that shit so fucking much. It just sound it like that's your sexual fantasy or something. Just to be conquered, like to be back in chains. Put us in chains. Y'all say, I don't even believe that narrative. Don't listen to me, bro. I know I'm retarded, but I'm not retarded. I can't stand that shit. If it's gonna be white supremacy, there it is right there. Exalting there. I'm a conqueror. I'll colonize shit. I'm not even mad at colonizing. I'm not mad at people for colonizing shit, because I'll colonize some shit too. That's what you're supposed to do. What else are you supposed to do? People be like, but the subjugation of the, oh, no. No one gives a fuck about that. What the fuck else are you supposed to do? Am I offending you with this? Oh, my bad, dog. I'm just. So they was like, we don't know what he said, but just call him Martinez. All right, I'm out. I went on I went on a couple late rants after I promised I would be out. No, I'm really out. Like, yeah, I'm out. Somebody said white is the best. Victoria Vinceman. What is white and best at what? Y'all some subjugated ass niggas too, complaining about the Jewish people owning everything you own. The Jewish people, they're fuck the 1%. All you niggas do is complain about the government that you created. The government. The fucking government is coming. Complain about niggas like Bill Gates and them trying to block out the sun as if that's not your big homie. It's since you want to live in that race war, that's your race, nigga. That nigga's of your race, isn't it? That's the white man. What are you the best at? Blotting out the sun? You want credit for that, nigga? This nigga said white is the best. Bill Gates is white, and that nigga's blocking out the sun. So you niggas are best at blocking out the sun. You see how stupid that shit is? Somebody said no, Jews are not white. If I'm looking at skin color, which is what people do when they consider race, then yes, Jews are white. Their skin is white. It's Jews whiter than you. I see your display picture. There's Jews whiter than you. Yeah, niggas want to get all niggas want to have their cake and eat it too when it comes to this race bullshit. If you want to claim white, you have to claim Jews. Their skin is white. It is most likely whiter than yours. Since you think race is skin color and not tribe, etc., and culture, then Jewish people are white. There's no need at that point to differentiate between the two. And Bill Gates is white. I'm in somebody else's world now, people. So these are your people. So when you say white is best, at what? At what? Blotting out the fucking sun? Owning the weather 2025? Agenda 21? Whites are best at what? Be specific. Making surveillance systems to spy on other white people? What? Shit is stupid. I had it with all of you niggas. I had it up to here with all of you. All right, I'm out this time. I'm out. My bad. I'm out. I know I said I was out a while ago. I know I said I was out, but I'm really out this time. So I'm going to have to ban everyone right now. I'm banning everyone. Everyone get out. Let me see if I can get my device to all right, yep, let me hit the X. All right, the dreadlocks, I'm out.